Hey, hey, hey. Can you see me? Hey, YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going live. We have gone live, and I'm going to start momentarily. I just ran over to Periscope to tell them to join me here. So maybe some of you have joined me here. So hello, hello, hello. And because it's live, I know that it's morning time for most of us. So good morning to you. The people who catch the replay will catch it at a different time. However, I'm glad you're hanging out. So it is showtime. We're in the surrender break room. This is a place you can come in, relax, regroup, and then re-engage the world with a whole new perspective. Hey, Stephanie and Tia and V, y'all are finding me here on YouTube. Yay. Come on now, let's hang out on YouTube. Periscope actually officially ends at the end of next month, but I just decided I'll just jump ship now and get used to YouTube. So by the time all of y'all find me, Alita, you made it, because I saw you came on Periscope. By the time you guys find me on YouTube, then we'll be ready to roll. So I give you like 2 months to figure out how to get to me on YouTube. Hey, Raina, how are you? Diane is here. Diane, you hung out with me last night. So thanks for hanging again. I had such a good conversation. I'm telling you, we about to get pushed into our next thing. Even it's so interesting how if you're a speaker, you guys, the word comes to you first. So you like want to dish it out and tell everybody else what it is, but then you start realizing that there's this big idea coming down the pike. And as I was getting dressed, this big idea came, and I tried to talk myself out of like, oh, I ain't really got time for that, or nobody's gonna want to do that. What? Somebody gonna want to do it. So anyway, so we're just talking today about 3 simple ways. What's my title? How to change your mindset in 3 simple ways. How to change your mindset so you can embrace the impossible. Oh yeah, no problem, Tia. Catch the replay. You know you could always catch the replay. What? So I'm glad you guys are hanging out. All of you are hanging out. So we're going to start in 2 seconds. Many of you have already registered for the Surrender Healing Retreat. I am so excited about this thing. We actually have our last gathering this Sunday around 3:00. I think I've set it for. I got to double check. So we're going to have our last gathering. It's been so good. And if you missed them, you can catch the replay. If you're not getting my emails, that means that you didn't confirm your subscription. So if you're not getting my emails, you need to confirm your subscription so you make sure you're getting it. And when you register, you get a bottle of the Believe oil as well as your communion wafer and juice, because we're going to use those and utilize those as we go about our less than a month to come together. And we're going to use it during our retreat time as well. If you haven't registered, you certainly can. It's surrenderhealingretreat.com. And it's going to be amazing. It's a healing for your mind and your body, and really renewing your spirit so that it can soar and do what it was created to do in the first place. Is to be a guide and a lead and like a way big cheerleader for you. So, all right, you guys. So here we go. We are talking about 3 ways to change your mindset in 3 simple steps. So when I start, so I'm gonna have to officially start. When I officially start, I'm not going to be talking to you because I have to make a clean recording for YouTube, but I will be looking at your comments, and I'll probably like intermingle them into the chat that I'll do for the next couple of minutes. And then after I'm done, if you have specific questions you want to ask, you are welcome to do that as well. So, and some of y'all need to be doing YouTube or doing some kind of live video, Facebook Live. Yep, you need to be doing it. So this is going to be good for you to listen to this. Hey, Trinette, you just in time for me to say hello to you. And R. Simmons, good morning to you. Glad you're hanging out. So here we go, you guys. Here we go. Official recording. And 1, 2. I feel like I need like that little camera thing, that chop thing that they used to do when they made movies a long time ago. Anyway. I am Dr. Celeste Owens, author, speaker, and leader of the Global Surrender Movement. I like to say that surrender is doing God's will His way all the time. And you are in the Surrender Break Room, a place you can come in, relax, regroup, and then re-engage the world with a whole new perspective, I love coming in each and every Tuesday or whatever day you're watching, because I don't know what day you're watching or what time of the day you're watching, but I'd love to come in and just share with you guys just some tips or nuggets that you can use to really engage your world and your life in an amazing way so you can just be all that you can be, maximize your potential, do your best. The word says about us Learning to number our days. That means just being aware of the day and the time that you're in so you can maximize your experiences. So, I'm talking today about how to change your mindset in three simple steps. How to change your mindset in three simple steps. Nelson Mandela, which everyone should have heard of, he died at the age of 95. He was the president of South Africa, but he also went through excruciating troubles. I mean, like, wow, in prison for a big chunk of his life because he was trying to get equality for his people. And he said this. I think this is so awesome. Yesterday, I was running on my treadmill because, we've been in the midst of this 21-day walking challenge. And the month of February, we encourage people to walk 21 days. Any 21 days out of the 28 days of February, we were encouraging people to walk. And as I was walking yesterday on my treadmill, listening to the trainer, she was like, "Oh, I love this quote. It always seems impossible until it's done." Don't you love that? It always seems impossible. You can't do that. You ain't good enough. You ain't smart enough. You don't have enough money. It always seems impossible until it's done. You would never be the president of South Africa. There had never been a Black president. Nelson Mandela was the first Black president, African president of South Africa. It always seems impossible until it's done. What is that impossible thing? Throw it in the chat. What is that impossible thing that you're thinking about? Or just it's an idea that some people might not even think is hard, but to you it's hard. It's not impossible, you guys. Nothing is impossible, especially with God. We have God in our lives. Nothing is impossible with him. Oftentimes when we hear that it's not possible, say you're at your job or you're doing something in the community or at church, and someone says, "Oh no, that can't be done. Oh, that's never been done. Nah, that won't happen." Then all of a sudden you kind of step back. You're like, "Oh, okay, let me get out the way because that can't happen." But some people are motivated when someone tells them they can't do. I get the wind knocked out of me sometimes. Somebody say it can't happen. And all of a sudden I get discouraged. Like, you said I can't do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you anyway. I hope you're one of those people who will show them anyway. So what is that thing that you're working on, or you have in your heart, or you have in your mind that you need to work on? We're going to talk about three simple ways to change your mindset so that you can move forward in that thing that's in your heart. And if you decide that something is impossible because man said it, because a person said it to you, all of that good stuff, then you need to remember Proverbs 29 and 25. The first part of Proverbs 29 and 25 says, "Fear of man will prove to be a snare." When you're afraid of people, you're afraid of their faces, you're afraid of their words, you're afraid that they won't approve of you, that they won't support you, it's going to be a snare. It's going to get in your way. It's going to be a huge obstacle. I love that my friend Alita said that she has this thing in front of her that seems so big and impossible, to be an author and a speaker. That girl could be an author and a speaker. What? It's not impossible at all. But it's just sometimes these mindsets, these thoughts, these beliefs that keep us stuck. And they're so automatic that you're going to have to just turn that automatic into a no and really start to stretch yourself to move, to think differently. Because once you think differently, you're going to be differently. So we're going to talk about those three simple steps. Jesus told us that all things are possible to him who believes. Jesus just has so many great things he said. Jesus, I mean, just to walk the earth with Jesus would have been so amazing. I mean, with him in person, we know we could walk the earth with Jesus, but I mean, like right there, seeing him, holding his hand, and he's saying all these amazing things, right? He said, all things are possible to him who believes. It's all about mindset, you guys. And it's impossible, and it certainly feels impossible when you focus on how difficult it seems. Man, don't it seem impossible when you focus on how difficult it seems? Oh man, this is going to be so hard. And that's what I was doing this morning. I got this bright idea. I want to start like this big network for women. And when I started thinking about how impossible and hard it felt, I was like, that's a bad idea. Girl, why are you thinking like that? What? You trying to talk yourself out of it because yeah, it's going to be some hard work. What? It's going to be challenging. Move on. Move on. So I remember, let me just give you a real practical example. When someone says something is impossible, let me give you a real practical example. Then I'm going to tell you three things, three easy ways to change your mindset. I remember we moved in our townhome. So we moved in our townhome. If you're not familiar with townhomes, I don't know where you're coming from in the country or the world. But townhomes are um, structures, dwellings that save space. So instead of going wide, they go high. So we had 3 levels. So you had, all these stairs and you go 3 levels. We had this big bulky couch that my husband had purchased when he lived in California. He didn't want to get rid of his big bulky couch, which we still have in our new home now. So he wanted to get the couch in the townhome. They told the movers were like, nah, I can't do it. Impossible. Maybe you need to donate to the Goodwill, throw it away. Impossible. But my husband was like, what? You just said it was impossible. No, it's not. So he went around the structure, went around the townhome, looked to the back. It was like, maybe if we lifted it over the deck, then we can get it into the level that we want to put it in. And that's exactly what they had to do. They had to go around the back, go to the deck. One person standing on the deck, the other person at the bottom, and they heist it up and take it over the deck. And it was in our townhome. It always seems impossible until it's done. So then when we started renting to our tenants, they would say, they said the stairwell's too narrow to take. Oh, no, this is what you do. Because it was already done, right? In the Bible, there's this amazing story of this gentleman who was sick and he had these friends who wanted to get him in front of Jesus. And it seemed impossible because it was too crowded. But these brothers were determined. So, if you're going to get something done, you got to be determined to get it done. And they were determined. So, you know what they did? They cut open a hole in the roof, went over the roof and lowered him down in front of Jesus. And he said, Jesus talked about seeing their faith. He said, your faith has made you whole, because he could see their faith and they demonstrate that thing. So here it is. 3 easy steps to change your mindset. We already know Alita's going to be an author and a speaker. There's some things that's getting in her way of that. 3 easy steps to change your mindset. 3 easy steps. Number 1, examine your current thoughts. You got to think about what you're thinking about. So that's called metacognition. When you can think about what you're thinking about. Okay, what am I thinking about this thing? What am I thinking about this particular area? So let's just use Alita, for example. Because she threw herself out there. Let's just use Alita, for example. So she wants to be an author and a speaker. What she might say is, oh my goodness, it's going to take so many words to write a book. I don't know that I have that many words to put down to actually formulate a book. That's what she might say. Or she might say something like, I'm not a good writer. This is the wheel that might be going in her head. I'm not a good writer. If I write it, no one's going to read it. So why am I even going to bother? Or if I go to speak, maybe I won't have enough words to say, or maybe I don't know enough about a certain topic. It's just that stuff. You just got to examine your current thoughts and your beliefs. What are those? I'm not smart enough. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough experience. I don't have enough college degrees, or whatever it is. You got to examine them. You got to think about them. My son, AJ, now plays baseball. He started way late, way late. But I kept telling him, boy, don't let nobody tell you can't do this. If this is in your heart and you believe God has set you up to play baseball, don't you let nobody tell you can't do it. And now he just told me last night, Ma, they keep watching me. The coach put me to the side. It was like, he was like, you're special. You got these long arms. You left-handed. You special. You're going to do really great in this. And he's like, yeah, Ma, I got these long arms. I'm special. I said, boy, take it down a notch, because ain't nobody but God that put you there. We need to practice humility. He's like, what's humility, Ma? What we about to teach you. So, but anyway, you got to examine your beliefs and your thoughts and get past that thing. Number 2, intentionally choose new beliefs that support your goals. Intentionally. You got to be intentional, because the beliefs that are holding you back are so automatic. So you have to be intentional about choosing new beliefs that support your goals. I want to do whatever it is. Whatever it is, you got to say things like, opportunity is everywhere. You got to say things like that. Opportunity is everywhere. I am worthy. So say you're trying to get new friends. So sometimes when we lead people through the 40-day surrender fast, there never is not a time that someone does not email our ministry to say, I know you say get an accountability partner, but I don't have an accountability. I don't have anybody who will do this with me. I don't have any friends. We always get at least one person who says that. But you know what? You got to say things like, I am worthy of love and happiness. You might say, there's no spouse for me. There's nobody that I can connect with. There's nobody that will love me. No, you got to say things like, I am worthy of love and happiness. Me, I am. The guy who created me, who said, I'm the apple of his eye, I'm worthy of this thing. You ain't gonna hold me back from love and happiness. No, I'm worthy of it. So that's the number two. Intentionally choose new beliefs and keep saying them over and over and over again until they become your new belief indeed, until they really become what you really believe. And then number three, you got to adjust your self talk. So once you start saying these new beliefs and they feel so unnatural, they feel like wearing your watch on a different hand, wrist, like you used to wear your watch on your left wrist and then you switch over to your right. It feels so unnatural. Like, what? I can't even remember to look at the time on that one. No, you got to do that, and then you got to adjust your self-talk. So if you're saying are everywhere, opportunities are everywhere, opportunities are everywhere, then your self-talk has to do, I find what I look for. This is your self-talk. I find what I look for. I find what I look for. Oh my goodness, opportunities are everywhere, and I find what I look for. Or you could say things like, um, opportunities are everywhere, and everything I put my hands to is blessed. Way to give me honor, favor, and money. That was one of my favorite affirmations. I just would not stop saying that. Everywhere I go, people are going out of their way to give me honor, favor, and money. Honor, favor, and money. Do y'all know that thing started just showing up like crazy? Because I believe that thing in my heart, and people started going out of their way. I need to start saying that one again. What? Honor, favor, and money. My mother said she used to pray when she goes to places like the car dealership or anywhere that she's going, that people be fair to her. But she said it started coming to her. No, no. Pray that people give you favor. Oh my goodness. Favor is better than fair. In fact, it is said favor ain't fair. Favor ain't fair. What? I'm about to make myself happy. I don't know if y'all into this, but I'm about to make myself happy. So anyway, three things to change your mindset. Number one, examine your current thoughts and beliefs. Number two, intentionally choose new beliefs that support your goals. Number three, did I say number two on the other one? That was number two. Number three, adjust your self talk and watch yourself be able to walk into some major things that you thought were impossible on this year, that you're going to walk into some favorable places. You're going to step into a wealthy place. You're going to be able to do things you had never thought was possible in your life because what? You change the way you're thinking. Be blessed, you guys. Love you much. And make sure you catch me each and every week on YouTube. YouTube. You can catch me live 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or catch the replay. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And I so appreciate you for it. Be blessed, you guys. All right, I'm done with the YouTube recording. Y'all just blowing it up in the comments. What? I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that blessed you. So Stephanie says something. I'm seeking a new position. I started thinking about how many other people are in the job market. What exactly? God reminded me that what's for me is for me. What is for you is for you. And if it has your name on it, Stephanie, can't nobody take that opportunity from you. Only thing that could stop you from the opportunity is you not seeking it out, being afraid, cowering in the corner somewhere. But if you pursue that thing and it has your name on it, it is so yours. I remember when I was applying for my doctorate, you guys, and the scary statistic of only 3% of people who apply for the doctorate program get in. A scary statistic. Now that might be different now because there's online and all that, but initially when there was no online, they only took 3% of candidates. And I said, well, I'm going to have to be the 3% at somebody's school. What? And I was. I went to the University of Pittsburgh. So, Aqua, good morning to you. Write them down if you have to. Make them plain. You better do Rebecca 2 and 2, Tia. I see Tia came back. They didn't have her meeting until tomorrow. Tia, welcome back. Stephanie, amen, Marilyn. What did Marilyn say? I missed it. Yep. So I'm just trying to see. If Alita's still on, I used Alita. Thank you, Alita. Alita was like, you just used me as your example. Yes, I did, girl. I used it. Oh, number two, Raina. Number two was intentionally choose new beliefs that support your goals. So say I want to be a founder in doTERRA. So I started getting a little discouraged because my numbers are going up a little slow now. They were first like flying up. Now they're going a little slow. It's getting a little discouraged. So you have to choose beliefs that support your goals. So my goal is to be a founder in doTERRA. I only thought of that because I got like this little chart here. So they're taking 200 founders, you guys, 200 founders, and you have to get 1,000 points to be a founder. I'm at 400 and something. I'm at 400 and something. And I've been at 400 and something for a hot minute. And I started getting discouraged. I'm like, no discouragement. Nothing is impossible. No discouragement. You got to choose beliefs that say that. I like this belief today. Opportunities are everywhere. I have more than enough customers. I have more than enough points to get 1,000. Them points all flying around. They just going to come to me. I got more than enough points. What? I'm a founder. You better say that thing. So intentionally choose new beliefs that support you and then adjust your self-talk. So what I was doing was the self-talk. Once I believed that thing is possible, I started adjusting my self-talk. Number one is examine your current thoughts and beliefs. So some of your current thoughts, they're always negative, those ones that hold you back. So it's like, I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I don't have enough education. I don't have enough money. I'm not tall enough. I'm not thin enough. It's like all of that kind of stuff. You got to examine it. What are those thoughts that are swirling around in my head that are holding me back? Can we help you become a founder? Tia, you are helping me become a founder because Tia, when you order, you're helping me to become a founder. So thank you, Tia, because the way it works is that when those people order, you get points for people's orders towards, that's kind of complicated and it's not worth it. But if you're a customer, you're helping me to become a founder. That's the whole bottom line. So thank you, Tia. Thank you, Alita, all of you amazing customers. And thank you, all of y'all. Even if you don't want to be a customer, though, Tara, it's okay. Because guess what? I got more than enough customers. They just all swirling around in the heavenlies. I just got to talk that thing. It says, speak those things that are not as if they are so. I got more than enough customers. It says, be done on earth as it is already done in heaven. That was the Lord's Prayer. It's already done in heaven. What, Stephanie? You already got that job. It's already done in heaven. Or whatever the amazing job God has in front of you. Thank you. Words carry spirits. Hello. Words. Life and death, right, Tia? The power of life and death, or the life and death is in the power of the tongue. However that scripture goes, it's the truth. Binding and loosed. What is bound on earth is bound in heaven. What is loosed on earth? Hey, what is loosed on earth is loosed in heaven. Maybe I should just pull Tia in to preach this thing because she preaching in the chat, y'all. Thank you, Raina. Speak life. Believe it and receive it. So what's the impossible thing? I'm gonna type mine in. I'm looking to start this network thing. Network. I don't know if it's just for women or for men, but I want to do this network. I'm just putting it in there because I got to think it through. But that thing felt impossible this morning, so it's not going to be. So network. My new mantra, everywhere I go, people are going out of their way to give me honor, favor, and money. Why don't y'all just say that for the rest of the year? Y'all going to see your life explode. My life exploded when I started saying that every day. Every time I remembered to say it, every time I thought about it, I was like, oh, here we go. Everywhere I go, people are going out of their way to give me honor, favor, and money. And my life exploded that year I did that. Exploded. Words and thoughts manifest. Yes, they do. Hey, Robin, good morning to you. We're actually heading out, Robin, but we are popping in some things that we think sound impossible. Like, for example, one of my siblings, we were talking and she said, man, we were talking to somebody who was a great lawyer. And I said, girl, you would have been an amazing lawyer. Oh my goodness, the judge would have just been like, I'm done. Everybody would have just left the courtroom and let her win because the girl could talk you, convince you of anything and talk you until you just all confused. So I said, girl, you would have been an amazing lawyer. She's like, that's what I always wanted to be. She said, but when I went to the interest meeting, like for the law department or whatever, she's like, they talked me out of it. I said, that was their job to talk you out of it. They only want the people who are determined. That was your job. I said, but it's not too late. She's like, what? Yeah, it's too late. It ain't too late. You got breath. You got life. You got a brain. You can go to college. It ain't too late. She's like, oh man, it'll take like another like 5. She has her master's. Like it'll take like another, I forget, 2 or 3 more years. 2 or 3 more years. If you live 2 or 3 more years, then you would have lived 2 or 3 more years without the law degree. You might as well live 2 or 3 more years with the law degree. What? She's like, oh, I think she's thinking about it. I think I should pressure her because the girl would be amazing. But anyway, Robin, Christy said a podcast. Christy, I knew somebody needed to go live on something like that, a podcast, a Facebook Live, a YouTube. I knew somebody was listening to me today. Just do it, Christy. And Christy, I'm part of a podcast community. So if you want to know how to join that podcast community, and it's fantastic, you just record and they do everything else for you. They put in your commercials, they cut and edit, they post to the like 8 different platforms. All you have to do, Christy, is record. So if you want to know more, email me. I'm gonna put my email in for this podcast community. It's amazing. And that's what I had to do, Christy. I just had the idea I want to do a podcast. Somebody introduced me to the community. It made my life so much simpler. Marcus, decree a thing and it shall be so. You can decree a thing and it shall be so. Marcus, you better preach that right there. Aqua, it's already done. Thank you, Raina. Christy, podcasts are us. I will be joining you. Oh, Raina, hello. I'm in the podcast community. What y'all waiting on? Okay, Tia. They're having an interest meeting for this podcast community too. I hope we didn't miss it. If they didn't, I'm going to tell y'all when the interest meeting is. Oh, yes, Raina, I certainly will. I'm so glad we brought this up today. What? So what's your first step? So now you done threw your thing out there. What's your first step? What's your first step? So you guys, podcast people, are going to join me on this podcast interest meeting thing. Yes. You want to be a speaker, a leader. Are you still on? What's your first step? You want to be an author. What's your first step? Gotcha, Raina. I'm here for you. So anyway, make sure you comment. Even if I leave, just comment because I'm going to come back and listen to it. I mean, come back and comment on it. So love you guys. I hope this blessed you on today. Love you much. Stay surrendered. Stay encouraged. There is no other way to live but be surrendered. I'm so excited. I got in the teens today with my live membership today. I got in the teens. I'm pumped. First couple of days was like 2 or 3 people. First couple of weeks, I'm in the teens. Eventually, I'm gonna be back up to my Periscope numbers. But all it takes is consistency and belief, consistency and determination. What's another word? Be determined, be consistent, be diligent. I mean, it just takes all of that if you're going to reach your goals, you guys. Blessed me to the fullest. Oh, hallelujah. Blessings to you, Tia. You're welcome to, Raina. Yapalita, just start thinking about your first steps. Just start thinking about your first steps. What am I going to do first? And don't let this year leave, Alita, without you at least authoring a book or being a speaker somewhere. Like, see yourself speaking. See yourself on somebody's platform. See yourself speaking on your own YouTube page or your own Facebook Live. Just see yourself doing it. Alita, you are so motivational. It ain't even funny. So you would be so phenomenal. And you've had so many different life experiences that people could learn from what you've been through, that I'd say is imperative that you get yourself out there. Yes, have faith, right, Marcus? Increase your faith. Believe. Speaking of believe, you guys, most of you are coming to the retreat. You already registered. You're going to be getting your rollerball, or you already have. Sorry if your rollerball, Marcus. No, I'm sending Marcus a rollerball that looks more manly for our fellas. Our fellas don't get them. Not the all. Yeah. A more manly rollerball. But it's the smell. It's the whole smell. You ain't got to carry it around, just the smell. So you just got to believe. You got to believe it's possible. That faith is so huge. Thank you, Marcus, for adding that. Anyway, guys, love you much. Stay surrendered for life. There's no other way to live. And I'll catch you next time. Tomorrow, I'm on There's an Oil for That. So if you want to hang out and help me be a founder in doTERRA, like what you're waiting on. Marcus, thank you for being a customer. Leader, all of y'all. Tia, who are customers. Raina. Raina's also a wellness advocate. But anyway, I'm doing There's an Oil for That tomorrow. We have so much fun. On Wednesdays at noon, Instagram Live, and Facebook Live on Dr. Celeste Dawn's page. All right, you guys, be blessed. Love you much. And I will catch you soon in the break room. Bye-bye.